Good morning, good morning, good morning. I've got some light here. I put some light on my face. Light on my face. Betty, come here. Betty, come here. No, you can't really see me. Sorry, guys. Let me see. More this way. More this way. That, can I do? Let me. Good morning, everyone. Afternoon, evening, wherever you are. What am I going to tell you today? What is on my mind? What is on my mind right now is these cowboy boots that I put them on. And my mind is like wondering, will they hurt later? Because I have these kind of duck feet. They're kind of wide. And as a dancer, I don't know, like over years and years and years. There you go. That's better. That's better. Oh, see, my boots, I'm wearing my cowboy boots today and some funky pants, which I'm so in the mood for that. I'm feeling frisky, but kind of also like, I don't know, perhaps a little resistant. But that, oh, it's 11:11. You know I love my numbers. Wow, you know, like, let me just tell you right now, because it's so cool. 11:11 is angel numbers, and I'm looking there, and it just changed to 11:12. I don't know why I divert my eyes to something. So it's like my my TV clock is ticking. I'm so hyper, as I am. But I said I'm so resistant, and I look over, my eyes could have their own choreography, I guess you could say, in a way. And because I recognize that in certain things, and sometimes my gaze or my vision is drawn to something. I don't know, something. And I said I was resistant, and I saw 11:11. And those of you who know the numbers, numerology, it's kind of like, it's divine and it's beautiful and it's angel-like and everything. Anyhow, you know what I'm thinking? I'm just thinking to myself is that, what is this thinking, all of this thinking about? Because it's like, I don't know. I'm getting so used to being present in the present moment that I realize that my mind comes up with a lot of things to do, which way to move. You know, like my eyes, I didn't think about my eyes moving to look at the clock, or to look at this, or recognize this person, or look at that, or whatever. Because that's not planned, it's kind of like what happens. And I'm living more from that point, from that space, than I've ever, I mean, more recognized more and more. I don't know, it's been a while, obviously. And everything, as all my experiences, all my growing, all of my struggles, all of my, everything has led up to this point. And I don't know, like, I can't turn my back away from the way I'm experiencing life at the moment. And I think that that's without any conditions or requirements of all of that I speak about. And I think it's, you know, the mind, the most beautiful thing is that it has no weight in the sense of how I think and how I'm creating and co-creating with life. And it's like, what I realize, like with my thinking is that, you know, that's how we were taught. You know, we go to school, we learn things, we in order, we learn all these facts in order. My girls are coming. China. Okay, it's fine. She decided not to. I'm sure she didn't decide to jump up on the table. She just does it, you know what I mean? But everything, all my experiences have led up to this point in my life, and just this place in my life where I finally, you know, I think it's like I finally, I don't know if there's even any such thing as something that's before, but in my mind there have been this accumulation of experiences thus far, you know, that has brought me to this person or this existence right now. All of it's seems very important. And I in my mind, I can't even agree with it that it's happened in the sense of like it has been a reality. I don't know that. I actually don't know anything. And I think that by thinking, you know, like by thinking things, you think it's like thinking is like the past or the future because you're trying to get something or take something from the past and learn, you know, and it seems as though, you know, we live, we learn, we live, we learn, we live, we learn. But I also know that there is something that is showing up. And I talked about that yesterday, and however you label it, it's always there, and that's really, really cool. So it's like realizing that the voices that are in your head are like, I don't really know. And there's one thing I can't really stand at the moment, and that's chit-chat and gossip. So I'm not around people, maybe perhaps I avoid more people that want to gossip about other people and have and debate opinions about things. And this is all my personal life, and I rarely go into politics, or I rarely go into, well, I mean, when we're discussing things, it's fun to discuss, you know, like preferences and things like that, I guess, or tastes, but they're so irrelevant. Like, it's fun, but it's just like passing time somehow. And I'm not dissing it, I just recognize. And I think by being present, I recognize all that. And by being present, I also realize that, you know, as a creative person, as an entity or whatever, is like that usually I come up with some kind of thought so I can feel more safe in the future. And that's in my daily life. And that happens automatically. Primordially, in ourselves, like we have been born with everything that we need, I think, in general, of how our psyche could work, or like, you know, the whole body works by itself. We don't consciously think about that. And we can entertain that, you know. That's the incredible thing about thought. Like, I guess you can entertain that thing to recognize and realize that actually it's not like, you know, it's just been all screwed up because of the conditioning in ourselves. That's what I firmly believe. So what I'm just trying to say here is that as I go forward in my life, as I show up to life, and not responding automatically to my thoughts, or not responding to the conditional self, it is really incredibly beautiful, because I don't know what's going to happen. And I trust that I will be able to respond to what is. Now, this includes many, many things. And for many, many years, as a teacher and teaching classical ballet, I memorized my classes. And I learned from a lot of other teachers. And to feel more safe and be prepared. And I think that part of that negotiation, being prepared within my mind, was to be validated by dancers. And, you know, and I guess I improved. I don't know, like, I can't really say, but preparing, and I do like to prepare. And there's nothing, I'm not dissing anything, but I'm recognizing why I was really scared in the beginning of being a teacher, because I didn't know what the fuck, you know, I was doing. And I think I've come back to realizing I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing. And I'm thinking that I'm here and I'm successful and I'm doing something, you know, if I let go of that, I can be real. So I can create real work with my life and my intentions. No attachments to any result, you know what I mean? And some of my best works have been created like that. But I'm talking about like that and my daily life, since it is, my life is, my work is very, how can you say, inspiring to me, and I learn a lot from it. Come on, Betty. Come on. Come on, come on. Come on. This is Betty. Betty, come here. But I just want to say also that, like, thoughts can be, especially when they're about the future, can prepare you to try to feel more safe and to say something smart. So like when you're having a conversation also too, when I recognize that I'm having a conversation, in my old self, I can see, or, I mean, it can rise, do I agree with it or not, is the question of the present moment, is that I recognize that I am trying to say something to either keep the conversation going, or to invent conversation. And I'm guilty of that sometimes. 5%, I think, now. I think I'm, and I'm okay with silence. You know, sometimes we sit at a table with friends, family, whatever, and we feel like we have to invent conversation. If it's too silent, then, I don't know, like it's just the present moment that I can handle that. That's really kind of cool. It's kind of cool to be with friends or with your partner or with family, and don't have to say anything and don't have to always do something, just to be in their loving presence or to be in their presence. It's not important for me to have to always talk, but the old conditioned self, the old part of the self and the mind likes to create, so it can, primordially we want to feel safe. But we don't have to do anything to feel safe. I don't know if you're getting where I'm going with that, but I think it's extremely valuable for me at this moment. So it's like where I am with all of that. 11:22, so I've been talking 11 minutes. Beautiful, that 11:11. This is how I see my life because I'm present, and it's so beautiful. And I tap into more and more of that, and I think that just less prepare, less theory, less need of approval from myself or from, I want authentic, from others, or I don't know. It's just where I am, and how I live my life, and it's blissful. So everything apparently, although I do not believe in time, and it sounds irrational, because many things sound irrational for me and how I behave and relate to it. But all circumstances led me up to this point in my life, and letting go and learning, letting go and learning, letting go and learning has been incredibly valuable for me as a choice. So, yeah, I want less and less preparing for my future, because I don't want it to fly by me or go by me without noticing things. And being and accepting all that is. That's just really part of it. And yeah, watch it come through me. I believe we can manifest, and certainly manifestations do happen, and they kind of happen on their own in a sense, but I believe that my number is 1111 is manifestations. I believe that many things happen in my life that are manifestations. I believe we're creating our realities by default, and I think I'll create my own reality, and it's not by default. It's deliberate, I guess, in a sense, but it's not in a thought pattern. I don't know. It's a feeling. It's a kind of a feeling, and that's a blissful space to be in, and that's my truth at the moment. So it's really a beautiful thing for me. So less planning, just showing up and just choosing happiness and joy over all of it, and allowing all feelings, all things, and appreciate all of it that comes through my experience or comes to my experience. And there you go. And so the sun is shining outside, and I am going to go out and play and meet some friends and just show up and not plan my conversation. It's really hard, you know. It's hard because that's conditional, and all these things that we do, it's not a right or wrong thing, but for me, it's just a choice. It's just a loving choice to be in space without having to speak. But speaking is also nice, but it's all about opinions, preferences, other people. all of those judgments and labels and things like that that arise, I guess, in some ways. Because presence doesn't need a label, and love doesn't need a label, and things don't leave a label. That's where I am, my friends. This is where I am. And it's so beautiful. Have a gorgeous day. Enjoy yourself. Go out and do something fun. Allow yourself to just be yourself, loving self and free. Unicorns. I love you so much. Thank you for watching. Ciao, ciao.